My daughter's apology came with a knife. I never thought an apology could feel like a threat. I never imagined the person I trusted most could become the source of my deepest fear. But that night, my daughter knocked on my door, smiling softly, holding something I wasn't supposed to see. I had thought she just wanted to make amends. I had thought love would protect me. And then I saw the knife. The gleam of cold steel, the quiet weight of it in her hands. My heart stopped. My mind froze. Everything I believed about her, about our life, shattered in an instant. I wanted to scream, to run, to make sense of it. But it wasn't just the knife. It was the words that came with it. "I'm sorry," she whispered. And in that moment I realized, some apologies are far more dangerous than anger. Some secrets are meant to remain hidden until they aren't. And I had no idea what had pushed her to this. For weeks before that night, something had felt off. Small things I brushed aside. Misplaced keys, whispers when I thought she was asleep, the way she lingered in corners watching me. My daughter, Emily, had always been affectionate, protective, even the kind of child who knew your moods before you did. But lately the warmth had dimmed. One evening, I noticed her staring at me from the living room, holding a folded piece of paper. I asked what it was. She shrugged, muttering, "Nothing important." But her eyes didn't lie. Something heavy was pressing on her, and I could feel it. I tried to reach her, to ask gently, but she would retreat. Always retreat. Days passed, unease growing like a shadow across the walls. I told myself it was just teenage moods, stress from school, nothing more. But there was a tension in the air, thick and unspoken, like a storm waiting beyond the horizon. And then the call came. She said she wanted to apologize, to finally talk. Relief washed over me, mingled with lingering suspicion. I didn't know what she wanted to apologize for, but my heart told me to prepare. Love told me to trust. Fear told me to brace. I had no idea how right fear would turn out to be. The knock was soft, hesitant, almost like a whisper. I opened the door, and there she was. Emily. Her face calm, her eyes steady. "Mom," she said softly. I smiled, relief mingling with lingering doubt. "I wanted to apologize," she whispered. I stepped aside, inviting her in. But something was wrong. Her hands, they were shaking. She held a small envelope first, then a knife appeared tucked inside her sleeve. My chest tightened. The room felt colder. "Emily," I whispered, my voice trembling, "what is this?" She looked down, voice quivering. "I didn't mean to scare you. I just need you to understand." My mind scrambled. Understand what? And then she handed me the envelope. I opened it. Inside, photographs, letters, notes I hadn't seen before. Evidence of secrets I never imagined she could know. Her eyes were pleading, and in that moment I realized the apology wasn't just words. It was a warning, a confession. And the knife, it was proof of the desperation she felt. My stomach turned. My heart raced. Every instinct screamed to run. But I stayed. Because I needed to know why my daughter, the child I had raised, had brought a knife to my doorstep. And what I discovered inside that envelope changed everything. The envelope contained pieces of a life I didn't know she had witnessed. Letters from people I didn't recognize. Photographs of encounters she had kept hidden. A diary entry with words that twisted my stomach. "I can't trust anyone. Not even her." My hands shook as I realized Emily had been protecting herself from something I had never seen. A secret in our family. A betrayal. A danger that reached beyond our walls. And the knife, it wasn't meant to harm me. It was a shield. A symbol of the fear she had been carrying alone. I wanted to ask questions, but she stopped me. "Mom," she said softly, "please, let me explain." She spoke slowly, carefully, each word weighted with tension. A neighbor had been threatening her, someone who knew family secrets too dangerous to be exposed. The knife wasn't a threat to me. It was a warning to anyone who might come between us. My mind reeled. I wanted to cry, to scream, to hold her. But I couldn't. The room felt too heavy with truth, the shadows too long, the rain outside too loud. And in that moment I realized, some apologies carry more than guilt. Some apologies carry fear, danger, and the burden of survival. And some truths are impossible to process in a single night. Because the person behind the threat was closer than I ever imagined. I asked her who was behind it. She hesitated. Her eyes darted to the window, then to the floor. "It's someone from school," she whispered. "Someone who knows too much." I reached for her hand. She flinched. The knife glinted in the dim light. "Emily, it's okay," I said softly. "I just want the truth." And she told me everything. The bullying, the threats, the secrets she accidentally uncovered about people we trusted. The knife wasn't a weapon. It was protection. Every day she had been living in fear, carrying this weight silently, while I thought she was safe in my arms. My heart ached. My chest tightened. Love, fear, anger, all collided in one unbearable moment. I wanted to tell her she was safe. I wanted to tell her I understood. But I realized, understanding wasn't enough. Safety had to be created. Trust had to be rebuilt. And I had no idea if we were ready for that. Because fear doesn't disappear overnight, and neither do secrets. We decided to leave the apartment for the night. Pack a small bag. Step outside into the rain. The storm mirrored the turmoil inside. Every creak of the floor, every shadow, every distant footstep felt amplified. We were no longer safe in the place I once called home. Emily held the knife tightly, not at me but as a symbol of her readiness. I asked her why she didn't tell me sooner. "I wanted to protect you," she said. And I realized, she had been the protector all along. Walking down the wet street, I felt the weight of every lie, every secret, every silent scream. And yet, I felt a strange pride. Pride in her courage. Pride in the survival instincts I hadn't recognized. We found a quiet cafe, lights dim, rain dripping outside. We sat in silence. The knife was now on the table, harmless, yet heavy with meaning. "Mom," she whispered, tears in her eyes, "I never wanted to hurt you. I just couldn't let them get me." And I understood. Love isn't always safe. Sometimes love is survival. Sometimes the person you fear most is the one trying hardest to keep you alive. But the danger wasn't over, and we both knew it. Weeks passed. The storm outside slowed. The storm inside us never fully disappeared. I learned to trust differently. To watch, to listen, to understand the depth of fear. Emily grew calmer. The knife returned to the drawer. But the lesson remained. Some apologies are dangerous because they carry truths we aren't ready to face. Some children are stronger than we think, carrying burdens we cannot imagine. And some nights, you learn that love isn't always about comfort. It's about protection, courage, and survival. I never forgot the moment she stood at the door, knife in hand, apology trembling on her lips. It changed the way I saw her. It changed the way I saw myself. And it changed the way I understood the fragile line between trust and fear. We are still healing. Slowly, cautiously, step by step. Some scars aren't visible. Some lessons are carved into memory, not skin. And as the sun rises through the rain-streaked window, I whisper a promise to her, to myself, to the future. We survived. We will survive again. And we will learn that some apologies come with lessons far heavier than words. If you've ever loved someone who surprised you with danger instead of honesty, You know the weight of a single choice. And sometimes, survival is the greatest form of love.